Welcome, ladies and gents, to the Shortcut Mom Show. My name is Kelly, and I'm a shortcut mom, and my daughter's name is Cameron, and she's a shortcut child. So I want to start off by saying that this first video is just an introduction, just giving you a little bit about what I want to talk about. So with that being said, I want to go into why I decided to do this. For starters, my mom came up with the idea, and obviously she feels like I have something to say and it's important. And I wanted to do it because I wish that when Cameron was born, I would have used all of my resources for support. You need to be in some type of support group because you need to be around people who are going through what you're going through and who can help you deal with what you're feeling. You want to be mentally stable to be able to take care of that child. So, me doing this, I might help someone else, and this is also therapeutic for me. So I'm going to go into what what short gut syndrome is, aka short bowel syndrome. And just because I want to be medically correct, I'm going to give you the right terms. So short gut bowel syndrome is a malabsorption disorder caused by surgical removal of the small intestine or rarely due to the complete dysfunction of the larger segment of bowel. Most cases are acquired, although some children are born with a congenital short bowel. It usually does not develop unless more than 2/3 of the small intestine has been removed. So SBS, short bowel syndrome, is a rare disease, and there are roughly 3,500 adults who have it currently and 9,000 children with it in the U.S. alone. Some of the causes are Crohn's disease, tumors, injury or trauma to the smaller intestine, necrotizing enterocolitis, which is what Cameron had, bypass surgery, or surgery just to remove a disease. So necrotizing enterocolitis, aka NEC, is basically when, most premature babies get NEC because the intestine is underdeveloped, and they start feeding you formula that they would feed to a normal child who was born at the right gestation, and it just decays the intestine because the bowel isn't ready for it. So Cameron was born at 24 weeks. So in the medical world, we would call her a 24-weeker, just so that any medical team can identify with where she is, where she should be. So at about 5 weeks old, Cameron was medevaced to Children's Hospital, where she had to get that decayed intestine out. It only left her with about 18 centimeters of smaller intestine. And when you become an adult, you accumulate about 600 centimeters. So, she's missing a lot. You need your smaller intestine because the smaller intestine absorbs nutrients and vitamins and things that just make you be a healthy human being. Now, with that said, Cameron was about 1 pound 6 ounces. Her head was like the size of my thumb, but she was still cute. Like she was still cute. I just want to say that. And with being premature, you don't only deal with SBS. She also has chronic lung disease. She also deals with alopecia. That's why you see me kind of keep her hairstyles to a minimum. She also had issues with her liver and kidneys. So there are a lot of things that just come with being premature, but the main focus is SBS. So I want to go into what are some of the symptoms of SBS. Cameron deals with vomiting. She deals with diarrhea. She deals with fatigue, weight loss. Some kids deal with muscle spasms. Some kids deal with blood clots. So these are some of the symptoms that you would see in a child who has SBS. When I do the next couple of shows, I want to go ahead and talk about what antibiotics Cameron is on, because she does take 4 antibiotics the first 10 days of each month. I want to go on how I make her formula, just things of that nature, just everyday life. I also want to talk about the fact that Cameron has had 5 surgeries. Her first surgery was the surgery at 5 weeks when she had NEC. And just imagine how small she was, and they're doing like this major surgery on her little body. So these kids are really strong. She also had a surgery, PDA ligation, which basically is they go in and close a valve. They're going through the back and they close a valve so that blood can flow from the heart to the lungs with no problem. She also had a Broviac catheter, which is they put in a central line that goes from a vein from your neck to your heart, so they can feed you central venously, which basically means that they pump TPN fluids through a vein. But TPN isn't good, so, and I'll talk about that on a later show, why I'm so blessed that she's no longer on that. Also, she had the surgery to put her G-tube in, and Cameron is on a formula for 16 hours. So what I want to go into now is things that you're going to have to deal with as a parent. Your privacy is going to be invaded. You're going to have doctors having to go to every doctor you can possibly think of. You're going to have to deal with schools in a different way. You're going to have to deal with medical companies. You're going to have to deal with social workers. You're going to have to deal with case managers. And, you know, I want to talk about earlier when I said having a support group. You know, use your family. If you have that family, use your family. Like, I know at least 3 people in my family I can go to where I might need that pep talk, like, okay, Kelly, you need to get it together. It's not the end of the world. I have that person I can go to where they're like, I think you need a break. I have that person who stands by me as that other parent, because I am a single parent doing this. So it's extremely hard, and that's what my videos are going to be about. Just basically breaking it down for you, letting you know what's going on and how real it is for some of us out here. So I think that's it for today. At a later date, in a later show, I'll definitely let you meet Cameron and get to know her. But like I said, today I just kind of wanted to give you some insight on things that I want to talk about. At the end of the day, you know, and I want to leave you with this. At the end of the day, what's for you is for you and no one else. And God only gives people things that he knows that they can handle. So just take that and be proud of that he gave you this, because he know that you're going to be a beast at it. So, I don't know. I guess that's it. So I will see you guys next week on Wednesday. It will definitely be better.